Thanks.
Okay, guys, I can't breathe with this. All right, guys, welcome to class. Um, Today we are going to have a debate. Okay, we are going to talk about a topic, and we want to talk about different points of view. Okay, points of view. Huh? So today, in today's class, we will learn phrases that you can use to express your opinion. Okay, what you think about a topic. Okay, what do you think about vaccinations? What do you think about the president? What do you think about global warming? So we will learn expressions on how to express yourself, how to express your opinion. Um, so I want to start with that. We will learn the phrases and then we will talk about today's topic. Okay. You guys ready? Hey guys, everybody, you good?
I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. Let me share. Okay. Can you guys see my screen? Can you see my screen, guys? Yeah.
Yes.
Hi, Teresa. How are you?
I see.
Hi, Fernando.
Okay, so let's do the quiz. First, we will review the terms and then we will take a quiz together. Okay. So let's do that. Review. Okay, so first we'll do these things. Flashcards. What are flashcards?
Cartões, né?
Mhm. Tommy, do you know the word for flashcards? If you want to learn something, if you're learning new vocabulary, you can create, we call them flashcards.
Algumas
Yeah.
pessoas usam isso como cartões de memorização, mas eu não sei exatamente qual é o termo, mas cartão de memorização.
Okay.
Like
In English seria,
Quizlet.
yeah, kind of like that. You create a flashcard, you write the word,
Ok.
and then on the back, you write the definition and you quiz yourself. Okay. Okay.
Às vezes serve de referência para apresentar um seminário também. Às vezes serve como para você memorizar vocabulário e às vezes esses cartões servem para te dar um guia para apresentar um seminário, uma conferência, alguma coisa, né?
Exactly. Or you can create flashcards virtually. You can create them online so that you can study new vocabulary. Okay. So I made some flashcards here virtually. Okay. So I have the phrase in Portuguese and I want you to translate it into English. O jeito que eu vejo. Can somebody translate that into English?
Yes, okay. That I see.
Sorry?
The way that I see.
Good. Okay. Anybody else?
The way that I see.
Yeah, same thing. Okay. So let's see. I'm going to look at this word here. Flip. What does flip mean? Flip. Flip?
Yeah. Change.
Yeah. Hi, Karina. I'm going to flip the card. Flip it. Okay. How do I say flip in Portuguese? Flipar?
Vai girar, né? Girar.
Virar.
Okay, so let's flip this card. The way I see it. Okay.
I see it.
Okay. The way I see it, to express your opinion, you can say, the way I see it, Japan should not have the Olympics. Okay. Let me hear you. The way I see it.
A maneira que eu vejo isso.
No, in English, let me hear you guys. The way I see it. Repeat.
The way
I see it.
Everybody.
The way I
You can-
see it.
The way I
The way I see it.
The way I see it.
The way I see it.
Good. Okay, so let's flip it again. Let's flip. O jeito que eu vejo is. Say it. Let me hear you.
The way I see it.
There we go. All right, next.
The way I see it.
What about this one? Can you read that one? Eu acho.
I
Ou eu
think.
penso.
I think.
Eu acho, eu penso.
Okay, what is
think.
it
I
in
thought.
English?
I thought.
I think. Anybody
I
else?
thought.
I thought it's in the past, no pasado.
I think. Or
Yes.
I thought.
I think or
I thought. Yeah.
You're
Maybe
right,
I
think.
guess.
I.
Or I think and I
I
guess.
believe,
think.
I
Or I think.
believe.
Yeah, it could be that too. I
Or I
believe.
guess.
Eu acho. I believe. Let's see.
I
I
find.
think. I find. I find. You can say any of those. I think.
find.
I believe. Okay. I find that. Okay.
I
Eu
find.
acho. Eu penso. Let me see you. I think. Now you.
I
I
think.
think.
I
I
think.
think.
I think. I
I
think.
think.
I
Good.
think.
The next one. Can you read that?
I
Eu
reckon.
discordo.
I love
I
this word.
disagree. I
Eu
disagree.
discordo.
Yeah.
I disagree.
Yeah. I disagree.
Yeah. Look at her. She's like, no, I flip. I disagree. I disagree. Let me hear you.
I
I disagree.
I disagree.
I disagree.
I disagree.
I disagree.
I disagree. Okay.
Okay.
I discordo. I
Yeah.
disagree. Next.
Yeah.
No meu ponto de vista.
My point of view.
No meu ponto de vista.
My point of view.
My point of view.
From
Tommy.
my point of view.
Close. Let me flip it. Say flip.
In
Flip the
my
card.
point of view.
In
Isso
my
mesmo.
opinion.
On my point
Yeah.
of view.
In my
In
point
my
of
point
view.
of view. In my
Okay.
point.
In my point of view. Let me hear you. In my point of view.
Point of view.
My
My
point
my
of
point
view.
of view.
In my point of view. No meu ponto de vista. In my point of view. Okay.
In my point
So
of view.
can I also say from?
Meu
No.
ponto de vista é in
From my point of view.
my
Ben, what would you say?
in my
Yeah. Both are valid.
vision point.
Would you say from my point of view?
In my point of view, from my point of view. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
In
Yes, tell me.
my
I wouldn't say it, but yeah.
point.
In my point of view. Ready? Let me flip it. In my point of view. From my point of view.
Yeah, but in this case, it's in my. It's a no in Portuguese.
Yeah, this.
No.
Yeah,
But
no.
in from, it's do. But it from, it's
Do
do
meu
meu ponto de vista.
Yeah.
It's different. It's different.
No meu ponto de vista is different because you're saying in my point of view. And what was the other one? Do.
Do e no. Do meu
get you.
ponto from my point of view.
Right.
No,
But both of those
my
phrases
point of view.
are okay for saying, starting to express your opinion. In my point of view, from my point of view. Okay. Next.
Okay. From my point of view.
Eu realmente
I-
concordo.
I
I really agree.
agree.
Anybody else?
I really agree.
Ben, what do you think?
Or I agree really.
I completely agree.
Yes, there's variations, okay?
Yes,
Now
I completely
let's-
agree.
Let's flip the card. Tell me, flip the card. Flip the card. Let me hear you.
The car.
Flip to the card.
Flip it. Flip it, flip the card. Flip. I strongly agree.
Strongly agree.
Strongly.
Eu concordo.
Strongly.
Eu realmente concordo. I strongly agree. I strongly agree. Let me hear you.
Strongly agree.
I
strongly
strongly agree.
I strongly agree.
Yeah, you strongly agree. Okay.
Eu
realmente concordo.
I strongly agree. Eu realmente
Hi,
concordo.
Barbara. Barbara. Yeah, I strongly agree. How's it going? Welcome. Okay, the next one. Por outro lado. What does that mean?
By the other side.
Ben?
On the
can you
other
help?
side, on the other hand.
On the
Isso.
other hand.
Right.
You say on the other hand.
Yeah, on the other hand, a gente fala, oh, say flip it, let's flip. On the
On
other
the
hand,
other
other
hand.
hand.
it's like this.
The other
Do outro
hand.
lado. On the other hand.
On
Okay.
the other hand.
Again, on the other hand. On the other hand.
On the other hand.
Other
On the other
hand.
hand.
On the other hand.
Yes. On the other hand. Good. Again, por otro lado.
Right.
On the other hand.
On the other.
The other hand.
On the other hand.
Good.
On
Por
the
um
other hand.
lado. Por um lado. It's the inverse.
Oh my gosh.
I don't.
I don't know.
Se por outro lado foi on the other hand. On
Yes,
On the
in
hand.
right hand. No.
One hand.
on one hand.
Ah, yeah. On the other
On
hand.
the
Yes.
other
É que eu
hand.
até falei, mas eu fiquei na dúvida, por isso que eu ri.
On one hand.
On one hand. Okay. On one hand.
On
Let me hear
one
you.
hand.
Remember that word
On
is
one hand.
one. One hand. One.
One hand.
É por um
Yeah.
lado,
One
né?
hand. Por um lado.
Por
Yeah.
um
On
lado.
one hand.
On one hand.
On one hand.
Por um lado.
Por um lado, yeah.
On one hand.
One
Okay. Any
hand.
questions?
Hum.
Okay. Now, eu vou mandar link. I'm going to send a link in the chat, and we will take a quiz together over these terms. Okay, live right now. Okay. Okay. Let me go back.
Ok.
I'm going to send it in the chat. Alguém tá chegando. Bruna. Hey, Bruna.
Hello.
How's it going? Yeah, classic.
I'm good.
Okay, guys, here, I'm gonna put it in the chat. Okay, go, and we'll start the quiz together, okay?
Ok.
Here's a code if you need a code. Código.
Code.
Okay, everybody join the quiz. I have Ben, João, Tommy. Let's go, guys. Join the quiz.
So we'll do it together.
Yeah, all right now. Just start taking it. You can start taking it.
Okay.
Teresa, Edgerton.
His name is
Okay, Ben is winning. Tommy is in second. Homulo is in fourth. Edgerton is in third. Isla is in fifth. Teresa is in sixth. Okay. Juan moved up. Karina, let's go, Karina. Come on, Bruna. 271862. Tommy is in the lead. Now, Ben, where are you? I don't see you, Hannah. Isla. Are you in there? Let's go. Karina, Bruna's in eighth place. Come on, Bruna.
Ok.
Tommy's winning.
Yes,
Ben
I
is in
got
second.
you meet.
What I need to do here?
Just take the quiz. Answer this question.
I think
Tommy has 7
ok.
points.
Por um lado. Ok. Now I understand.
Bruna's moving up. Edgerton moved up into second place. Juan. Homulo is in third place. Let's see.
you Discord.
Por um lado.
Por lado.
Por um lado? Ai, ai, ai.
Romulo is in first place. Tommy first. Second place. Edilson is in third. Bruno's in fourth. Isla's in fifth. Juan's in sixth place. Teresa's in seventh. Ben, eight. Ben, what happened? Teresa up to number 4.
Yes, the application is very interesting.
Yeah,
Hey,
I'm
guys.
glad you like it.
I like it.
Hello, Bruno.
How's it going? Yeah.
Good. How are you? What's up?
I love it. I love it.
Did it finish? No.
Yeah.
I
Yes,
finished. I finished.
I finished. But
What place? Okay.
I'm the
Tell me,
last
Anna.
one.
I put
It's
in
okay.
a number, so I didn't put in my name. So
It's okay.
two
It's okay.
one.
Guys, let's do it one more time. Okay? One more time. Fast. Vocês têm que fazer isso rápido, né? Okay?
But I'm
And
lazy. I'm so tired.
okay, you don't have to worry about it. And okay.
I think so. It's interesting.
Let's see who was in first place. First place was Romulo.
Hey.
Thank you. Thank you.
Second place
I
was
love it.
Tommy. Congratulations, Tommy.
Great.
Parabéns.
Yeah.
And third place was Edilson. Parabéns pra você. All right, guys. Great job. Great job. Great. We don't need to do that again, I think. Do you feel you understood the terms? No meu ponto
Yes.
de vista.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, Marlon.
Hello, everybody.
Okay, guys. What's up, buddy? I'm gonna share my screen. And I want to talk about what you see on this screen here. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, so tell me, what do you see? Bruna, what do you see?
Big paint.
A big painting, a big painting.
Yeah.
Huh? Describe the painting for me.
This is crazy. I don't know. It's a cow,
It looks like a cow head, right?
and mm,
Sorry, what does cow means?
Oh, boy, vaca.
yeah,
A cow. Yeah, that's like a okay. Well, we would say a bull. A bull is a male cow.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
and
Marlon, tell me about the painting. Bruno, Marlon,
Okay.
does the painting look happy, or what is the feeling of the painting?
Bruno or Marlon?
Both of you. Both of you.
Okay, I think it's a picture
concept.
concept.
Como, what's that?
Abstract.
It's
Abstract?
crazy. It's people's make caretas. I don't know if you know what is careta.
Faces. Yeah, like making faces.
Crazy faces. I think it's in museum.
It takes place in a museum.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me about. Let me see. Romulo, tell me about the color scheme, the colors of this picture.
Okay, first of all, this work of art.
You're muted.
Work of art, a work of art. Sorry, it's a work of art. Amazing. It's I love it. The
Mhm.
colors, I see gray,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
and and black,
Mhm.
And black.
and yellow.
Right, we see
Yeah.
somebody
Bag
wearing
yellow.
yellow.
Yellow?
Bag
I
yellow.
don't I don't
Uh,
see yellow.
Sorry. I see white, of course, but
Yeah.
and the majority is black and gray tones.
Okay. Barbara, how does this painting make you feel? Do you feel happy? What do you feel when you look at this painting? Tommy, what about you?
It's chaotic, man. It's like I know it's from a very famous guy, right? Maybe Picasso, and it's
Mhm.
cubism. Is that cubism? I mean, in Portuguese we say cubismo.
I think Bruna was right when she said that it was abstract. Well, maybe not abstract. Cubism, he does cubism, right? Ben, do you know anything about art?
I don't, but yeah, it sounds good.
I think
I don't really like this kind of art, but yeah, I respect that.
does anybody know the name of this art piece? João, do you know the name? It's Picasso.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
What is the name of it?
What, can you repeat the question?
Yeah, what is the name of this art piece? Do you know the name?
Yes, cubism. The cubism art.
It's cubism, right? But the name of the piece, I think it's, have you ever heard of Wernica? Wernica? Does this look like does this picture look peaceful or does it look aggressive?
I think that is a expressionism art.
Okay. And we said, Karina, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. But I
Okay,
don't
so
have
it's okay. Where does this, I think someone said, where does this picture take place? Where is the location?
gallery, maybe.
Where?
I think it's in
Gallery.
Louvre. It's Louvre?
The Louvre? Yeah, in a museum, right?
Yeah.
Okay, in a museum. Where do we usually see art?
At museum. I love
Right.
museum.
Good. Okay. So that's that. I'm going to show you something else. And I want you to tell me what you feel about this. So usually we go to the museum to see art. But sometimes we see art in different places.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Can you see my screen? You see everything I have on my screen? Here we go. Okay, can you see my screen now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, Hannah,
Yeah.
tell me, can you compare these two pictures for me? Tell me
Yes.
one difference between the two, or one similarity.
Second is very colorful.
Mhm.
Sorry, is Hannah?
Yeah, it's Hannah. Karina, she'll go and then
Elle?
you can go.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
No
Sorry.
problem, no problem.
Can I explain?
Hmm?
The left one is museum, and the right one is like a street art.
There you go, street art. Uh-huh. What's another word for street art? Of
Street
course.
art is someone can painting everywhere on the
Right.
street, the wall, or sometimes building.
Yeah, look at this behind me. What do we call this? What do you call this?
It looks like street art,
Isn't that graffiti?
color painting.
Yeah, we use the word graffiti, right? Ben, when would you use the word graffiti?
Graffiti.
Graffiti is something that's done outside with spray paint.
Spray
Yes,
paint?
the man that sprays in the wall.
They use spray paint. They spray paint.
Spray paint. Spray paint.
Spray paint. The word is the thing is a spray paint, and the act is spray painting.
Okay.
Spray painting.
Spray pen and spray painting.
Right.
Okay.
Who else? Can you tell me something else about those two pictures? Anybody? Karina, can you tell me another similarity or a difference between those two pictures?
The
They're
man,
colorful.
I think Karina.
Karina?
Colorful. The second one is more colorful. Have more color. Okay.
Right. Okay.
And I think the second one you can see the movement. I mean, they figure, they painting, they object, they you can see the persons. So
Okay.
it's not too much abstract.
Yeah, abstract cubism, but it's a more realistic painting kind of, right?
Yes.
Okay, or art. Okay.
So
good
I would
job.
like
They
to
both
try.
represent chaos.
Okay.
Both of them represent chaos.
Right. They're both representing the same thing, right, Tommy? But doing it how?
Yeah.
In different. Tell me
Yeah,
what are
from
you seeing,
from different
Tommy? Tell me what you're seeing.
perspectives.
What are they talking about in this on the right side? What images do you see?
So there's a guy smoking a tree. So he's or using the tree to light the cigarette.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a boy like taking out his own face. And yeah, the other ones are really small, but yeah, maybe a girl's head and some nature flowing from where it is supposed to be her brain, and their nature is just coming out of it.
Okay. Homulo, did you have something to say? Thanks, Tommy.
Okay. And the Picasso, this in picture is this depicts the first war and the Spanish Civil War, and the second image is the street art and the graffiti, and the above represent the same war and
War.
destruction. It's all the worst and the because when it occurred the war and the Spanish was so immense and big, and now and this moment in the world living the same destruction and all of the world the worst. And
So we see. So you think both of them? Would you consider, guys? I have a question. Would you consider both pictures art? Are both of them art? Is street art, is graffiti art the same as the painting by Picasso? What do you think? Wait, don't tell me. I want you to write in the chat using the phrases eu acho, no meu ponto de vista. Okay?
Okay.
Is graffiti art? I believe, in my opinion, okay? I want you to, I want you to write one sentence in the chat. Is graffiti art?
1, 2, 3. Eita.
Is graffiti art? Write something in the chat. Say, yes, I believe it is art. I do not believe it is art.
I believe that there are. I believe that they are. In my opinion, I
Sorry,
believe
Tommy.
that they are arts. It's correct?
Yeah, you can write it. Okay, I'm getting some good answers here. Yes, in my opinion, both of them are art. I think they are both art, but in different contexts. Okay, what do you guys think? In my opinion, I believe. Ben, can you write something? What do you think? Alison, are you there? Hi, Alison.
Ai,
What's that?
meu microfone estava ligado e agora estava desligado. Entrei
You
agora.
can use those terms.
Tô perdido ainda.
Yes, in my opinion, both of them
Okay.
are arts. I believe that they are arts.
Peraí. Tá o fone de ouvido.
O que é para fazer?
Estamos escrevendo uma frase sobre o grafite. É grafite. Grafite?
Ah,
Se o grafite é arte.
isso.
In my opinion, both of them are arts, and I need
I have a
to
question.
be respected.
Okay, tell me.
Yes.
So in Portuguese, we have a difference between grafite and pichação. So, yeah,
No,
we have a difference between, there's this difference between graffiti and the other thing that they do, that, like when they write with these weird letters, and it's not really considered to be art. So how do you call that?
Look,
But
guys, okay.
I believe that in English you don't have a word to.
Yeah, I just wrote it.
Refers
Let me show you.
Okay, the colleague refers to vandalism.
Vandalism, yeah.
But that second picture, I don't think it's graffiti. It's just a mural.
Right, there's a difference between graffiti and what? And street art, maybe? We can use all those different terminologies, but they all have a different, so look, street art, graffiti, tagging. Are you guys seeing my screen? Here, let me show you.
What does tagging mean?
I'll show you. Let me see.
Okay.
So tagging is different, right? Ben, have you heard that term, tagging?
Yeah.
Okay, so this,
Tag.
look, let me show you. Here's an image of graffiti, right? It depends. It depends on who is using the term. Some people will say that's graffiti, and some people will say that is art. That is, like Hannah said, right? Hannah, you said that's street art. So what about this? What is that?
Graffiti.
Would you say that's street art? Graffiti? What about this?
Street art graffiti.
This is
Beautiful.
aquele outro
It's
nome?
amazing.
No, I
Look,
think it's
this here, tagging is quando
Tagging.
alguém escreve algo numa parede, no muro.
on
And
the wall.
like to, maybe for
tagging
their
sound.
gang.
famosa
Say-
pichação.
Tag é
pichação.
pichação.
Yeah, pichação.
That's it? Yeah. But do you think that is art or is that just criminal? Tipo, eles estão
Criminal.
fazendo crime?
Depende.
Okay. What do you think?
It's
a
depend
crime.
of the place that the guy make como é o nome do negócio? Esqueci, I forgot.
Graffiti?
crime.
Graffiti?
Tagging.
Graffiti não, tagging.
Tagging.
Tagging?
Tagging, yes.
Yeah, look at this. This I would call tagging. Tagging quando você está escrevendo algo tipo Fernando ou o nome de gangue, né?
Mas
But
aqui no Brasil a gente já conseguiu compreender muito bem. Já teve um momento aqui no Brasil que tinha muito preconceito com a cultura da arte na rua. Mas depois de muitos anos, de muita luta, hoje conseguimos reconhecer que a arte na rua é arte e pichação é pichação. A gente não confunde. Evitamos confundir isso.
Some cities in Brazil use graffiti to attract tourists, right?
Yeah, it's true.
Yes.
Like who?
Em São
Bruna, where do you
Paulo,
live? São Paulo.
Yes. In São Paulo, there is a Batman street
Yeah.
that there are many graffiti arts. It's the touristical place.
Can you guys see my screen still?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
Bruna,
I love it.
Bruna, you live in
That
São
man.
Paulo, right?
Batman
Yeah.
City is amazing.
I'm from São Paulo.
Let's read a little bit about how. Yes, what do you call tagging?
Pichação.
Pichação. Okay.
Pichação, yeah. Tagging.
Let's read some of this, just the first two paragraphs, so we can talk about how street art, graffiti. There's always a question: é ou não é? É arte? Isso não é arte. E quem pode decidir? Who makes the decision about what is art and what is not art? Okay. Let's talk about São Paulo a little bit. I want somebody to read. Tommy, can you translate for us as usual?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bruna, read this. This is called the title. Okay.
Okay. São Paulo street art debate over what makes cities livable.
Livable.
Okay.
What does that mean, Tommy, that phrase? São Paulo street art debate over what makes cities livable.
Isso é um debate sobre a arte de rua em São Paulo, a respeito do que torna as cidades vivenciáveis, né? Seria alguma coisa assim.
Really?
E faz sentido.
Poderia dizer vívidas.
Yeah, livable.
Habitáveis.
Marcos or Teresa, are you there?
Acho que habitáveis seria também.
Yeah, I think so.
Também.
Yes, Fernando.
Habitáveis.
Melhor,
Isso aí.
habitável
I'm
melhor.
here.
Yeah, I'm going to read here, and I want you to repeat, okay?
Okay.
São Paulo, when completed in 2015, the mayor's office hailed the graffiti panels along Avenida 23 de Maio as Latin America's largest open-air mural.
When
Good luck, you can
completed
do it.
in 2015, the mayor's office highlights the graffiti panels along Avenue 23 de May as Latin America's não sei como falar. Largest. Open. Eu tô com um celular diferente aqui, muito pequenininho. Open mural.
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 70 works of street art stretching for more than 3 miles, 5 kilometers along a boulevard connecting a well-to-do district with the city center.
Tá. 70 works of street art stretching for the more than 3 miles, 5 kilometers along a boulevard connecting a well-to-do district with the city center.
Good job. Good job. Do you have any questions? I mean, eu sei que é um artigo mais tipo avançado. But, Tommy, can you translate that?
Quando
concluído.
Tá.
Quando concluído em 2015, o escritório do prefeito saudou o painel de grafite ao longo da Avenida 23 de Maio, a maior da América Latina a céu aberto, o maior mural da América Latina a céu aberto. 70 trabalhos de arte de rua que se alongam, ou que estão por toda a extensão de 5 quilômetros ou 3 milhas de um bulevar conectando o well-to-do. O que é o well-to-do?
Ben, well-to-do?
Ricos.
Pessoas ricas.
Tá, então conectando esse bulevar de área nobre, né, de um distrito no centro da cidade.
Well-to-do é rico? Não entendi.
Well-to-do. Se alguém fala, oh, they're well-to-do, eles são ricos. I don't know why. Ben, do you understand why?
Ricos. Caraca.
I don't know what.
Bem como a gente fala como bem de vida.
Yeah, like that.
Well-to-do. Bem feito, bem feito.
Bem feito
também.
Bem feito.
Me apareceu aqui no tradutor como próspero também, próspero.
Yeah, all of those work. Okay, let me see. Mine won't either.
Yeah.
Okay, let's read here. Then, this January, they were painted over.
Then, this January, they were painted over.
Then, again, then, this January, they were painted over.
Then, this January, they were painted over.
Over. They were painted over.
Painted over. Painted over.
There you go. Okay, what does that mean, that sentence?
Então, neste janeiro, eles foram pintar esse over.
Esse painted over seria pintados novamente, algo do tipo?
I don't know.
Não, painted over quer dizer que eles pintaram. Tipo, eles
pintaram, terminaram a pintura. Terminaram a pintura.
Finalizaram.
The paint over é quando você coloca mais pintura sobre algo que já estava feito. Tipo.
Então eles repintaram.
Então repintaram.
Eles tipo... Ai, fugiu a palavra agora.
Como se fosse retocar, né?
Um ademão de pintura.
Retocaram.
Retocaram,
eu acho que não é retocaram.
Não, guys, não. Porque
a pintura
ficou...
Restauraram.
Não.
Peraí, vamos lá. Apagaram.
Like that.
Ou seja, pintaram por cima.
Tiraram o que estava antes.
Cobriram.
Por cima.
Cobriram, ok.
Então
eles cobriram. Ou seja, eles cobriram toda a arte.
Você fez alguma coisa, tipo, não sei, uma arte lá, aí você literalmente apaga aquela arte passando uma tinta em cima, uma outra em cima.
Eles cobriram a
Galera, é uma demão. É uma demão. Demão. Depois procurem. É uma demão. Demão. Depois procurem. É uma demão que eles fizeram.
A pintura é a mesma, ela estava apagada e aí simplesmente reavivaram as cores dela, entendeu?
Exatamente, é uma demão.
Reavivaram. Vamos supor, tem aquela árvore ali, ó, com um garotinho ali, ó. Tava tudo apagado, tudo assim, bem já desgastado pelo sol, pela chuva. Aí o cara foi lá e pintou tudo, né, de novo por cima.
Não é isso. Não é isso. Olha.
Eu acho que é apagar mesmo, gente. Apagar.
Parece que eles apagaram mesmo. Cobriram.
Essa pintura fake aqui. The paint over seria... Eu vou fazer isso.
Você vai cobrir mesmo. Ou seja, é como se considerassem vandalismo aquela arte, então eles estão cobrindo de novo.
Olha a tradução. To
okay.
To cover something up with paint so as to hide or obscure it. Ou seja, cobrir alguma coisa para esconder. Ou seja...
tá.
Então é isso. Entendi.
Posso
continuar
a leitura?
Painted over it.
Painted over, não é Kinder Ovo não, viu, gente?
Painted over.
Painted over. Okay.
Painted over.
Painted over. Painted over. Painted over.
O ovo na peneira. Painted over.
Painted over. Okay.
It wasn't done. Okay. It was done by. you will read
Yeah,
first.
listen to me. Listen.
Okay.
It wasn't done by vandals or other graffiti artists, as often happens with street art, but by sanitation workers acting on the orders of São Paulo's new mayor, João Doria, a millionaire businessman and former host of The Apprentice Brazil.
Okay. It wasn't done by vandals of other graphics artists, as often
Graffiti.
happens graffiti arts, as often happens with street art, but by sanitation workers acting on the orders of São Paulo news mayor, João Doria, a millionaire businessman and former host of the Apprentice
Brazil.
Apprentice Brazil.
Apprentice.
A gente não pronuncia o T, não é isso?
Apprentice. You can say apprentice. That's fine.
Apprentice.
Não, acho que não pronuncia o T, viu? Pelo que o Fernando falou.
O americano geralmente não pronuncia o T mesmo.
Apprentice.
Mais pro britânico, gente.
Apprentice.
Apprentice.
Okay, The Apprentice. Okay, tell me what the sentence meant. Anybody?
Está dizendo que essa cobertura não foi feita por vândalos ou outros artistas de grafite, como geralmente acontece na arte de rua, né? Foi feita por trabalhadores mandados pelo próprio governo de São Paulo e por João Doria, né? O prefeito, que é um homem de negócios milionário, que era o antigo apresentador do programa Aprendiz, versão Brasil, né?
The Apprentice. Tommy, read the next part. The mayor even donned a pair of orange coveralls and wielded a spray gun to put a thin layer of gray paint over the murals, angering people who consider the paintings part of the city's cultural heritage and sparking a debate about what is art and what should be protected.
The mayor even donned a pair of orange coveralls and wielded a spray gun to put a thin layer of gray paint over the murals, angering people who consider the paintings part of the city's cultural heritage and sparking a debate about what is art and what should be protected.
Good. Okay, can you translate that?
Sim, que o prefeito ainda chegou a doar par de que é coveralls?
It's clothes that you put. It covers all of your clothes. Coverall. You go like a...
Coberta, não.
Ok, cobertas and wielded.
Não, agasalho, não.
Eu acho que é agasalho.
Wielded?
Agasalho.
Que seria o verbo wielded?
Tipo, quando você pinta casas, você fica...
Fica o quê? Não tá dando para ver ele.
Eu ia falar EPI, equipamento de proteção. EPI.
Provavelmente Ou seja, essa roupa apropriada para pintar, né?
Yeah, exactly.
Enfim, e spray para passar uma camada fina de tinta cinza sobre os murais, o que enfureceu as pessoas que consideravam as pinturas parte da herança cultural da cidade e abriu um debate sobre o que seria arte e o que deveria ser protegido.
Pera, o wielded, a spray gun, seria aquele negocinho de pintar.
Tá. A
latinha,
né? Tipo aquela latinha.
Tipo aquela pistolinha. Que grafiteiro
Exactly.
Wielded é realmente a roupa que eles vestem para fazer a pintura.
A
roupa especial para pintura.
Covers.
Seria tipo um macacão.
É interessante a palavra coverall, ou seja, sobre tudo, cobre tudo.
Coverall.
Coverall. Okay.
Wielded spray gun.
I want to go into breakout rooms very quickly. I want to talk about here, the mayor decided that is not art. I'm going to paint over that. Ele decidiu que não, isso não é arte. É whatever you say, grafite. So he painted over it. So I want to go to the breakout rooms and we will talk about graffiti. I want you to use the phrases that we used in the beginning. In my opinion, on the other hand, I think, okay? We will go into 3 breakout rooms, then we will come back and we're going to talk about a famous graffiti artist, Banksy. Tá? Okay? Let me send you into breakout rooms. Okay.
Só uma observação. Coverall, eu achei como macacão, tá? Então são macacões de pintura mesmo.
É, isso aí.
Okay, so breakout room 1. Where are you? Ben. Allison. Okay. Okay. Okay, guys. I'll send you a message in the chat for a discussion, all right? In English, and try to use those phrases. I think, in my opinion, let's talk about graffiti, if it's art or if it isn't art.
Fernando, are you invited me to another room?
I didn't.
But I rejected.
Why?
No, I need you send me again.
Okay. Move.
Sorry.
Where were you? Room 1. I'm gonna send you. No, with Ben. Yeah, with Ben.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, you're welcome. Set a timer for 5 minutes.
Sure. 5 minutes. Starting now.
Oh no, it's the ghost light. Oh.
Oh my God, how are you?
Wait, you're doing a class?
Yeah, I have them in breakout rooms.
It's not long in the microphone. So I'm about to take a shower.
Would you bring me a spray can? please, from the garage?
It can be arts.
Yeah.
For example, if someone want to that like tags,
for me it's simple. I have idea about the because it's a public things, and for example you want to paint something, and in public space, you need to be authorized. I don't know if I
Authorized.
authorized. It, so if you don't have it unauthorized to be to paint.
Like, there's something like that in your city, like people do graffiti or not?
Yeah, I think in my place there are a lot of graffiti. Yes, like there are a lot of in downtown, almost downtown.
Okay. Nice.
Here in my city is a lot of graffiti, and in my job, in my job.
Yeah.
Hey, Marcos.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, man.
Oh, wow.
Thank you. Huh?
Oh, what happened? I was in the room and the time is over, or what happened?
Yeah, well, I just wanted a 5-minute discussion, but it was too fast, probably. Yeah.
Minha turma estava muito
Running out of time.
avançada.
Alisson, você tá bem?
Estou bem. Só prestando atenção, só ouvindo mesmo, para tentar ver se eu aprendo alguma coisa, né?
Você vai aprender. E depois eu vou fazer. O Tommy faça um PDF depois de cada aula. Eu mando um áudio com cada PDF. Então, tipo, em 2 dias você vai receber, para você poder ver e ouvir as palavras.
Nós estávamos falando muito rápido.
Who? You?
For Allison.
Ah, sim, eu entendi algumas coisas, mas vocês já estão
Aí
falando
toda vez,
mais fluentes.
quem me dera, eu fico muito nervoso, eu gaguejo, eu fico com a mão tremendo, eu fico com a mão gelada, eu tenho meu coração fica disparado, eu passo mal, mas eu falo o máximo que eu consigo falar. Mas nossa, é uma morte, eu morro 2 vezes.
I'm sorry.
Really?
Uma vez quase que eu infartei, né? Quando o Fernando pediu para falar, meu Deus do céu.
Mas é tão importante ter essas experiências, né? Para poder fazer. Ninguém. This is not a normal situation. Ninguém vai falar em inglês para 20 pessoas.
Só agora eu estou tentando mais.
Good. I know. I'm proud of you. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
Okay, guys.
Thank you.
Very good. Did you have a good talk? What did you guys say? What were the opinions?
I think that the more opinion, I don't know, a maioria das opiniões, I think it's there are difference between graffiti and tag.
Graffiti?
Graffiti and tag, I think.
Okay.
Do you understand what I say?
Yeah. There's a difference between the two things: graffiti and tagging, and art and A outra palavra é vandalism. Vandalism.
In my group, I was talking more about to be illegal or legal, and unauthorized or authorized to do something on a wall, for example. And I think that in my group, we think similar, the same, most muito parecido. I don't know, say the.
Yeah, very similar. Yeah,
similar. Yeah.
Very similar.
Okay. Well, thank you for. I know it was a short talk, but I think it's good practice. I want to talk about a famous graffiti artist. Famous graffiti artist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cobra.
Yes, I think he will show you the Cobra, man. The Brazilian Cobra. No, sorry.
I know only Cobra.
The Cobra.
The Brazilian.
Do you guys know who Banksy is?
He's going to show you the Cobra. Eu falei de Cobra,
I don't know
man.
who a Cobra is.
He is very famous.
Yeah.
So Banksy is also very famous. Do you recognize these this graffiti or this graffiti art?
Unfortunately not.
No, you don't recognize these? These are very famous. This one?
Oh yeah, the little girl with the balloon. Yes.
It's very famous. That is by Banksy, right? Banksy. I'm dressed like this. What que diz dressed?
Dress. Vestido. Ou vestir. Ou vestir.
Ou vestido.
Vestido desse jeito.
Vestido.
Uhum.
Because Graffiti art is illegal, right?
Yeah.
Is art graffiti is illegal, right? So graffiti artist has to stay anonymous, right? They have to wear a disguise. They cover their face, cover their.
Yeah.
So Banksy is very famous, but nobody knows who Banksy is. Okay, ninguém sabe quem é. What about this one?
The bank.
Okay, Banksy is he's from the UK, but he has done graffiti all over the world. He's very famous. Okay.
Oh, Banks.
Banksy. O nome dele é Banksy.
Banksy.
Yeah.
Em Brasil, cobra.
É a mesma coisa?
Eduardo Cobra.
No,
What about this one?
There is a man.
Mm-hmm.
In Brazil, there is a man very famous, and
a famous man.
Yes, and the nickname is Cobra.
Oh, his nickname is Cobra. Okay.
I think it's nickname.
His nickname, Eduardo. Thank you, Karina. So, there's actually a book, a children's book about Banksy. Is very, very popular and very famous. I want to read this book very quickly with you. It's a children's book, and I want some volunteers to see who wants to read. Okay, here we go. Clayton, I want you first. Okay, can you see it?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Ready. Start. Anonymous. O que quer dizer anonymous?
Rato anônimo?
Exactly. Mas anônimo também. Anonymous, anonymous. Okay?
Rato anônimo.
Okay. Who can read? Can you see it?
One morning, a tired city rat made her way home.
Okay, can you translate that?
Uma manhã,
Nossa, que construção difícil, meu Deus.
Porra. Tired City, uma cidade.
Uma manhã.
Eu tava falando que o rato é cansado da cidade, eu tô perdido aqui.
É uma Tired City Rat?
Há um rato
Tem um
cansado
rato que mora na cidade que estava cansada.
Cidade foi cansada?
Yeah, a city rat. Rato, tipo, que mora na cidade.
Ok. Então, um rato cansado
estava indo para casa.
Para casa.
Marlon.
Okay. But when she got there, she found it had been transformed.
It had been transformed.
Transformed.
O que quer dizer essa frase? When she got there, she found it had been transformed.
Mas quando ela chegou lá, ela encontrou had been transformer. Ela encontrou uma transformação?
Ela encontrou que estava transformado.
A casa, né? Good. The house had been transformed. Let me hear you. Transformed.
Transformada.
Good.
Transformed.
Okay. Edgerson, this one.
Transformed.
Across. Bruno, you want to read it? Across the city, a colony of bats was settling in for a good day's sleep when they noticed something unusual.
Across the city, a colony of bats was settling in for a good day's sleep when they noticed,
Yeah.
okay, noticed something unusual.
Okay, can you translate that?
Cruzando a cidade, uma colônia de bats, não é baratas?
Não,
Morcego.
Morcegos, é verdade. Ai, meu Deus, o que é settling? Eu não lembro.
Morando.
Preparando terreno, construindo.
Beleza.
Não, mas nesse sentido, não, nessa frase não é esse what is it? Meaning? Settling in is when you like, Tommy, are you there? No.
Yes.
How can you say settling in? Like quando você tá, tipo, se arrumando para dormir.
Estão se acomodando para dormir.
Fernando, é porque acho que nós aqui brasileiros, nós falamos também se preparando para dormir.
Se preparando. Thank you. Se preparando para dormir. Yeah, settling in. They were settling in for a good day's sleep.
Quando eles notaram uma coisa incomum.
Okay, vocês veem. What do you see down here in this window in the factory? In this factory?
A pink bat?
A pink bat?
Yeah.
Okay, somebody spray painted, right?
Okay.
A bat. Graffiti. He graffitied the window. And the bat said, hey, that's us. It's graffiti of us. So, a segunda vez, it's the second time we see his graffiti, right? Let me see. Who else? Madeline. No, who else? Tommy, you want to read?
Yeah, where is the text? Okay, it's so small. Very unusual. There was no explanation, only a name.
Can you translate that?
É muito pouco usual, incomum, né? Não havia explicação, apenas um nome.
E qual foi esse nome? What was that name?
Anonymous.
Anonymous.
Mousy.
Mousy.
Batman.
Ah, meu Deus.
Okay.
Batman.
Anonymous. Okay. Teresa.
Suddenly.
Suddenly.
Quem que é? Eu?
Yes.
Suddenly, Anonymous.
Anonymous art was everywhere.
Art was everywhere. De repente, é isso? De repente.
I think so.
De repente, isso aí eu não sei, ratos anônimos? Ratos anônimos.
Uma arte anônima.
Desculpa, aqui é Marte ou mouse, né, rato?
Peraí, é a arte dos ratos anônimos.
Tá. A arte dos ratos anônimos estava em todos os lugares.
Exactly.
Todo lugar.
Yeah.
Fernando, você poderia... could you please pronounce the first word, please?
Yeah, the first word is suddenly. Suddenly.
Eu lembro dessa palavra de uma música do Fred Mercury.
Okay.
Do Fred Mercury, tem essa palavra, suddenly.
The letter D, it's like the sound R in Brazil. Suddenly.
Suddenly.
Okay.
Suddenly.
Okay. Who wants to read? Let me see, João.
No canvas was too high.
What does that mean in Portuguese? Can you translate it?
Sem canvas. Não. Sem canvas estava alto demais.
Nenhum.
Ah, tá. Nenhum canvas estava alto demais.
Look, he did. I
Esse caso
canvas.
seria mais como um mural, nenhum mural, nenhuma tela, ou seja, nenhuma superfície era alta o suficiente para que ele não pintasse.
Tommy, you know everything. It's perfect.
Era tão alta.
Where did he paint here? What is this? What are these things?
Flowers.
Flowers?
As antennas.
Yeah, he painted on satellite dishes, right? Satellite dishes?
Satellite dishes. Satellite dishes.
Let me write that in the chat. Satellite. Where the heck is the chat? I lost it.
Satellite dish.
Eu sei antena de TV.
Satellite dishes.
Yeah, satellite dishes. Okay.
Isso é antena de TV, é verdade, Marcos.
A gente falou antena de TV.
Who's next? Okay. Karina.
Or too low.
Or too low. Can you translate that into Portuguese?
Ou muito também, né? Não,
ou tão baixo. Ou tão baixo.
Tommy, is it tão baixo ou demais?
Poderia ser, nenhum lugar é tão alto ou tão baixo, ou nenhum lugar é alto demais ou baixo demais, ou muito alto ou muito baixo.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Or too low. So look at down here. The ants, even these little ants down here, he created art where the ants were, not too low or too high.
Mm-hmm.
What about here? Homo. Can you read that?
Yeah, I can. So let me zoom in here. Or too unusual.
Or too unusual. What does unusual mean?
Não muito usual. Tem muito...
Não muito comum, não muito usual.
Look at here. Look at this art that he made here.
That's good. That's cool.
Yeah, he painted. So his art can be funny. His art is a little bit. It kind of makes people smile.
Sometimes it was funny.
What about who's there? Artney, are you there?
Yes.
Hi. Can you read this for me, please?
Sometimes it was serious, but it always made the animals of the city think.
Yeah, it always made the animals of the city think. Can you translate those sentences into Portuguese, please?
Estava sério. Sometimes eu não lembro. Alguém me
Às
ajuda?
vezes?
Algumas vezes era sério.
Algumas vezes.
Estava sério, mas sempre made the animals. Made.
Fazia.
Mas sempre fazia os animais da cidade pensarem.
Isso.
To think, yeah. Thank you, good job. Hannah, can you read this part, please?
Yes. Time went by, the art faded, became obscured, or disappeared completely. There hadn't been anything new from Anonymous in a long time.
Excellent, right. Do you want to try to translate that? Can somebody translate that into Portuguese, please?
O trenzinho tá na frente, ó.
Havia sido alguma coisa...
Acho que é Hannah.
Começou lá de cima.
É Hannah.
O tempo passou, a arte
Não era para Hannah dizer não,
fez.
Não.
Eu vi Fernando falando alguém.
Tá, desculpa.
Essa construção, time went by, nossa, que diferente. Tô bem...
Time went by. O que quer dizer time went by?
Eu traduziria tempo foi por, ficaria muito, na minha cabeça ficou muito incompleto.
O tempo passou.
Passou.
arte
Time by.
se tornou obscura ou desapareceu completamente. Não havia nada novo do Anonymous.
Esse
bom
faded
tempo.
seria o quê? Transicionou? Transitou?
É quando a
esfarelou?
pintura vai ficando mais fraca até indo desaparecer.
Exactly. That's faded. Let's put that in the chat. The word faded. Faded.
Essa palavra eu conheço porque, às vezes, quando eu vou editar vídeo, tem a ação do fade out e o fade in. Acho que é assim que fala.
Se
E aí tem as
aparecer-
transições. Isso, para dentro e para fora, as transições.
Tá.
Interessante.
Preston, would you mind reading?
Sure. I'll read.
Can you see this?
Yeah, let me just zoom in a little bit.
I know it's small, brother. I'm sorry.
After all, the city can be dangerous for animals.
Can you read that first part? I'm sorry, on the opposite side.
Oh, sorry. The animals of the city missed Anonymous's perspective. They worried that something bad had happened. After all, the city can be dangerous for animals.
Thank you. Okay, guys, can somebody translate that into Portuguese?
Ô, Preston, você poderia traduzir, Preston?
Yeah, you want to translate, Preston? Go for it.
É verdade.
Presta no português.
Na cidade, sintam a força de Anonymous, a perspectiva do Anonymous.
Tá certo. Perspectiva, correto.
Eles preocupam que algo mal aconteceu.
Tivesse acontecido.
Okay. After all, the city can be dangerous for animals.
I don't know how to say after all.
After all.
For all? No.
No.
Afinal.
After all.
In qualquer maneira. I don't know. Like, that's a weird.
Afinal de contas.
Hã?
Afinal de contas.
Yeah.
Uhum.
Depois de tudo.
Depois, eu traduziria como
depois de tudo seria o literal aí, mas afinal.
Afinal, yeah.
A cidade pode ser perigoso.
Isso.
Perigosa.
Para os animais.
Perfeito. Para os animais.
Thank you,
Em inglês eu acho que é muito mais fácil algumas coisas. Por exemplo, esse after all, em português tem uma mais difícil, que é não obstante. Olha que merda. Não obstante. Sempre tem como piorar. Sempre tem como piorar. Entendeu? Sempre tem como piorar.
Are you there? Edilson.
Qual que não é o não obstante, desculpa?
Edson, can you read this?
After all. After all é não obstante também. Pode ser não obstante.
After all.
Okay, Edison. More time went by with no sign of Anonymous.
Yes, more time went by with no sign of Anonymous.
Okay, the other one?
The other?
Yeah, but his art left.
Tem mais texto. Quem é que está lendo?
Edson? Eu acho que é o Edson.
No lado direito.
Ok.
No lado direito tem a continuação do texto. Talvez você não esteja vendo.
Now I see.
Começa com
But his art left a lasting impression on the animals of the city.
Excellent. Can you translate those sentences?
mas a arte deixou uma última impressão nos animais da cidade.
E a primeira frase?
Mais tempo passou e sem nenhum sinal do rato anônimo.
Excellent, thank you.
Professor,
Alisson.
I have a question about the with no. I can change to without or not.
Without.
Eu acho em português.
Have the same sense, the same
meaning.
Same meaning.
With no.
Meaning, yeah.
Without.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, guys. Alison, do you want to read this?
Alisson?
Alison.
Oi. Thanks to anonymous, they looked. Peraí.
They looked.
They looked at the city in a whole new way.
They looked at the city in a whole new way.
Look at the city in a whole new way.
Yeah, better. Whole. Yeah. Thanks to anonymous, they looked at the city in a whole new way. O que quer dizer essa frase, essa sentença? What does that mean, that sentence?
Obrigado pelos ratos anônimos. Eles look at the city. Eles look at the city. Look é de bloquear?
Olharam para a cidade.
De olhar.
Diferente.
Olharam para a cidade in a whole new way. De uma nova forma, né? De uma nova visão, né?
E esse thanks to seria graças a.
Graças a.
Pode ser thanks to anonymous. Pode ser por causa de anonymous ou não?
Isso. Obrigado ao Anonymous House.
Obrigado? Ok.
Ô, Fernando, como que se pronuncia? Qual a diferença de look at e essa que tá aí? Como que pronuncia?
Looked at.
Looked at.
Sounds like a
É tipo, deve ficar fazendo um som de T. Looked
at.
Fernando, I didn't got it. This construction, they looked at the city. Eles olharam na cidade ou
olharam para a cidade? Yeah.
Seria em direção à cidade, né? Tipo, o at dá uma sensação de ponto.
Olharam. Olhavam.
To city, não?
No, they looked at the city. No, to the city, tipo, olharam para a cidade, tipo assim, algo, tipo, um ato de ver, né, com os olhos. Mas
nesse sentido,
eles começaram a pensar de um jeito diferente.
É isso, eles olharam
sobre
a cidade. Eu acho que a tradução seria, eles olharam a cidade de uma forma diferente. Graças a Anonymous House, eles olharam a cidade de uma forma diferente.
Esse é o ponto. É que nesse caso é graças ao, não é
Poderia
obrigado.
ser também, então, perceberam a cidade, ou viram a cidade de um jeito diferente. Então, entendi.
I think those are all good.
Yeah.
Na verdade, eu acho que a preposição to, look to, não existe. Olhar para, look to. Na verdade, é look at sempre. Não?
Não, look to exists. You can look to
para a direção, né? Look to?
Look towards, right? person? Look towards?
To...
Towards é outra coisa, não?
Look to my face, for example.
Look at my
Eu
face.
entendi que essa construção é melhor. Como é que eu posso dizer? Essa construção ela é para um momento em que eu tenho perspectivas a respeito de algo para mim mesmo, talvez. Eu acredito que possa ser.
Exactly. It's like that.
Quais são as minhas visões a respeito de algo para mim ou para um todo? Uma ideia a respeito e não um olhar para alguma coisa em direção a alguma coisa. São dois caminhos diferentes. Eu entendi. Acho que eu entendi. Espero conseguir construir isso na hora da conversa.
There is a song from Whitney Houston that is called I Look to You.
Putz, é verdade, tem isso.
Can you sing it for us, Tony? Você pode cantar? I wanna run. I like the song Run to You.
She's a diva, man. She's above all of us.
I wanna run to you. All right, Karina, you read the last part, okay?
Okay. As for anonymous.
Can you translate that?
Então, para os ratos anônimos.
Oh, yeah. He's here. What happened with him? Look.
It's me again?
Yeah,
Yes?
you can finish
Okay.
it.
The world is as his canvas.
What does that mean?
O mundo está na canvas dele. Canvas.
Canvas é onde alguém pinta, né?
Eu abri. O quê? What?
É uma tela de pintura.
A tela de pintura, ok.
Isso.
The world is his canvas. O mundo está na tela dele.
Canvas, é isso?
Canvas. Olha.
Canvas.
Tela.
Okay, anonymous. So this book, okay, good job, guys. Very good. So this book was it was a story for children about Banksy, right? Anonymous, Anonimo. It's a story about Banksy. Okay, I want to do one more breakout, and I want to talk about graffiti artists and whether they deserve to be paid, okay? Or if they're just criminals. So how can I say that?
Is that the only option?
Huh?
Is that the only option? Criminals are getting paid.
Exactly. Okay, I'm gonna open some rooms. I'm sending you.
Oh my God.
Preston. Preston. Clayton.
Oh, there's a stranger here.
There's a stranger in my...
Oh, desculpa, o microfone estava aberto.
No, the stranger is Fernando.
Yeah.
Também que eles têm que ter regras.
Regras, correto.
Regras.
Perfeito.
A arte dele.
Se deveriam ser pagos, né? Ok.
Excuse me. Mamacita.
Eu acho, baby. No sugar boo. I'm levitating. Make your way.
Hey guys, how was it?
Oh my God,
Good.
this topic is very hard, difficult.
Yes.
I know it's complicated, but unpalatable. ¿Cómo fue?
For me, a disaster.
It was good. It was good
Disaster.
because I read the Preston speaking in Portuguese very well. And
Awesome.
You listen to
yeah,
me? Speaking in Portuguese.
yeah. Preston said in Portuguese, and we speaking in English.
Good.
So good.
So, guys, let's have a summary, or let's have a review of what we learned today. Can somebody tell me a way to express your opinion, a phrase that you can begin with? No meu ponto de vista.
In my opinion.
What about eu desacordo? What is it? Discordo?
Disagree.
I disagree.
Disagree, right?
Disagree.
What about no outro lado?
On the other hand. On the other hand.
On the other hand.
On the
Eu
other
acho.
hand.
Eu
Can I,
acho.
can I
penso.
say?
I think.
Fernando, can I say in the other way?
No.
No?
On the other hand.
On the other hand. Okay.
You can say to look at it another way, but it's a little long. But you can say to look at it another way.
It's a little long. Okay.
Marlon, tell me something you learned today.
I learned about the difference of graffiti and tags.
Graffiti and tagging. Okay. Good.
I didn't know
Hannah?
the word tags.
Tagging.
Tagging.
Tags.
Fichação, tagging. Okay.
Hannah, what did you learn? Did you learn anything new?
Yes. How do I use expression when I talk my opinion and talk about graffiti art to discuss together.
Awesome. Teresa, tell me something you learned.
I learned the difference between graffiti and tagging, and the expressions. On the other hand, on one hand, art cubism, spray
paint,
graffiti,
yeah.
spray paint. That's it.
Good. What about you, Tommy? Anything you learned today?
Yeah, so all the above, plus we were talking this last chat with Preston, and he said a word, a very sophisticated word, at least for me. He said distasteful art.
Okay, distasteful. What does that mean? Can you tell everybody?
It's a kind of art that is maybe unpleasant, or it can also be offensive.
Okay, yeah, distasteful.
Yeah, distasteful.
Edgerson, did you learn anything new today?
Yes, I'm learning how to express my opinion in some different ways. It's amazing.
Thanks for joining us today. You did great. What about you, Artney Vasconcelos? How are you?
I'm learning express my opinion about graffiti and tagging, and about one is illegal and another is legal.
Good, yeah, legal and illegal. Clayton, what about you?
So I learned about that the expression in the world the way is not correct, and I learned about anonymous. Yeah, it was nice, and in the way that I can express my opinion about something.
Cool. Thanks. João, what about you? Did you learn any new words or anything new? Did you know about Banksy?
Yes, Fernando, I can learn, I could learn new words in English, examples, typing, the word expressions in the quiz. I like it, and I would like to know the quiz that you show us.
Okay, look, the name of that website is called Quizzes, where you can make flashcards that you can make to learn vocabulary. You can create study, kind of like those flip cards. You can flip them. So you can practice new vocabulary. It's called Quizzes. I send it here. There's a few different kinds, and it's free. You can do it for free.
Wow, it's good for free. I like it to practice with the step cards.
Yeah, you can do that with your kids in your classes, in your geography classes. You can create flashcards and quizzes and games. It's a lot of fun. What about you, Homo? You still there, Homo?
I'm here. So today I could improve my way of expressing myself, because more I talk, more I feel myself secure, and today I could learn some sentences structure on words, terms, and yeah.
It's great.
I don't know if I feel if I can se eu estou me fazendo entender. Mas
Yeah, I understand. I understand. What about you guys? Ben and Preston, did you learn any stuff in Portuguese today that you didn't know before? Vocês aprenderam coisas em português?
Yeah. Oh gosh, I learned, but I forgot again. After all,
After all,
jeez. But there were two ways to say it, right? I think, or was it? I'm not sure now. I think there were two ways to say
There was afinal e afinal de contas.
Afinal da.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What about you, Ben? Did you learn anything? Any new Portuguese words?
I don't think so, but I learned about Banksy.
Banksy, that's good. Qual foi essa palavra para tagging? Se não,
grafiteiros.
Pichação. Não, tagging
pichação.
é pichação. Pichação. Tag.
É com CH? É com CH, né? Ou é com X? Com CH, né?
Pichação é com CH.
Can you write it in the chat? Pichação.
Pichação.
Não, é...
Pichação. Ok.
Tá sério? Tá
Isso
sério?
não é arte, é pichação.
É, tem uma música
Okay,
assim.
I will leave art.
Pichação dos olhos.
Ah, com X.
Guys, okay, let's finish. I want to finish the class. Thank you, everybody. I want to listen to some rap music. Quero ver todo mundo dançando, tá? Have a great night. Hannah, have a great day. And keep trying, keep practicing. Vocês têm que sentir um pouco de dor para crescer, para ficar mais forte. So, go.
We need to pratique mais. Valeu, Fernando.
Keep practicing, guys.
Sorry.
Keep working hard, okay?
Thank
Valeu,
So if you
pessoal.
don't feel uncomfortable, you're not learning, okay?
Presto, muito bom ver você de novo nas
Yeah,
salas.
Preston, thanks for joining us, man. It's good to have you back. And you, Ben, thanks.
Ok.
Tommy, thank you as always.
Welcome,
Hannah,
Preston.
Marcos, Teresa,
Obrigado,
Alison,
Ben.
Pedro,
Hi,
Romo,
tchau,
Tommy,
bye, bye.
Preston, Hannah,
Obrigada a
Teresa.
todos. Tchau.
Bye, João.
De nada, agora.
Tchau, tchau.
Bye, bye,
Tchau.
bye, bye.
Bye, bye.
How are
Oh
you,
my God.
guys?
What's going on?
Fernando tá deixando todo mundo maluco.
Everybody's saying the same time. Oh my God.
Fernando é malucão.
Abraço.
Tô suado nessa... Esse molotov.
Fernando hoje está parecendo um mafioso. Todo encapuzado.
É.
Olha lá, ó, olha lá.
Bastante com a roupa.
Olha aí, ó. É, tá
É nóis,
descolado.
Fernando, é nóis, é nóis.
É, não.
Tchau.
É.
Guys, I'm going to sleep. Good night.
Good night, good night. Bye, bye.
Good night, guys. Bye.